amid the guard's utmost respect. He jokes on the playground in the morning. Over the course of his 2 years in prison, the inmates didn't dare to cause trouble. Even the warden had to mind his demeanor, because he was the biggest name in Korea. The notorious mob boss Kim Kang-hyun, and his man is well known throughout Korea. Judge Song Chang-min, the most acclaimed judge, he personally handled cases big and small, striving to deliver justice for the victims. Two individuals with no connection become entangled due to their respective sons. On the morning of April 8, Young, overwhelmed with grief for his mother and suffering from severe asthma, was driving through a bend. When he immediately got out to check on the young man he hit, the young man was still alive, but his severe injuries caused him to convulse. At that moment, the young man's phone rang. Seeing no one around and no cameras, Young hesitated momentarily before decisively hanging up. It seemed the young man had something to say, but he coughed up blood instead. Young intended to call police, but as soon as the cough connected, his asthma suddenly flared up. Rendering him completely unable to speak, with sheer willpower, he thought to the car. After taking a deep breath of the medication he carried, he called his father, but the phone was switched off. Meanwhile, Song returned to the office after court arrest. He switched his phone from airplane mode to data. Instantly, over 20 missed calls popped up. He said something was wrong. He immediately called back. Soon after, Song wrecked home. Yes, the one who hit someone is his son, Hank. Hank confessed to the accident. He collided with a motorcycle 2 hours ago. Out of fear, he chose to flee. The motorcyclist is likely dead. After hearing his son's confession, Song pondered for a long time in the bathroom. In the end, reason triumphed over temptation. He decided to take his son to the police station to surrender. Not everything can be solved by just running away. Quickly, father had settled outside the police station. Song asked his son to wait in the car. He went in first to explain the situation, but as he walked through the parking spot to the station, he stopped several times on the way. Song knew the consequences of surrendering. As a single father, he couldn't dare to send his son to prison. However, as a judge, Song kept reminding himself, only by facing issues how can we resolve them. He resolutely walked into the police station. However, as he reached the homicide unit's entrance, he heard the TV inside reporting. Around 7:30 a.m., there was a hit and run on Ring Road. Victim, Jun was left by the roadside and tragically died from his injuries. Reportedly, Judge's father, is Jun Kang-hyun, who was in prison. Upon hearing his name, Song clearly appeared worried. He knew of Jun Kang-hyun's considerable influence, so he immediately changed his mind about surrendering. He drove away from the police station with his son. Soon, the news of Jun's death reached the prison. The response went to the retired party, requesting Jun Kang-hyun's bail to allow him to see his child one last time. However, Jun Kang-hyun sought no bail, but an immediate acquittal. Meanwhile, Song took him back home. First surveillance without the incident without missing a word. And he extended the vehicle involved in the hammer. Next, he personally cleaned the tire, removing the motorcycle debris, while wiping away the blood stains inside the car, ultimately planning to burn the clothes hem more. Your Honor, you're finishing for the day so early. Old son casually greeted his neighbor. He felt that burning the clothes wouldn't work. Meanwhile, Jun Kang-hyun was released under his lawyer's maneuvering. He was released as innocent at dusk. What he wanted was to reveal the true murderer of his son. On the other side, Old Son, carrying his blood-stained clothes, directly tossed them into the trash collection truck. He then watched it be processed by the machine. Only then did he pretend to leave casually. Next, he saw study how to change the headlight by the tutorial video. He learned to change the headlight, just when he thought everything was foolproof. What story will unfold next?